Alright guys, so welcome back. My name is Jordan Jessup and this is
Corey Norman.
Last Straw Outdoors. I been hunting all early season, and you kind of early season you've been ramped up all year to try to get that buck, that velvet buck, that buck you've had on camera all summer. Well, he pulls a Houdini and just disappears, right? And so that happened to me. Kind of heartbreaking. But at the same time, you've got to make a decision. When it's time to put deer in the freezer, you need to go chase some does. I and Corey and Troy, we've all got properties with lots of does. We're kind of blessed in that manner. And so we knew, well, I knew that a property that I had at least 10 or 15 does, which is way more than the buck to doe ratio should be. And so I decided to take time, go on a doe mission only. There was no bucks in the area. I knew I would see does. I would see does early. It's hot. It's still pretty early. November rut's not even near, but the does are moving in daylight, and I said it's time to roll. One other thing I was getting ready to do too is we're getting ready for the Ohio trip. Me and Corey had the opportunity, or gonna go to Ohio, and it was gonna be a situation where I need to get used to a climb and stand situation, been able to shoot at a deer in a climb and stand situation, and so that's what I did. I took my climber in a spot I usually have a hang on, and I hunted a deer in a climb and stand situation similar to what I would see in the Ohio woods, especially in a mountainous terrain.
And you made pretty quick work of it.
Yeah, it took me. It was a quick hunt. And I think it took me longer to set up than the hunt was.
I was hunting up in the mountains and you text me, just got set up, about to slam a doe, and it wasn't 30-35 minutes, I got a text.
I mean, it happened as soon as I got in the stand, and it was a great hunt, got it on video, and I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you enjoy this clip of my successful doe hunt. I let one fly right here. Luminox let her up. I put her right in the bullet maker. Heard her crash. She's within 40 yards here. Did not run. No time. Swaggers, baby. Woo, I'm pumped. It's a dope. Man, I haven't hunted this stand yet. It's fresh. It's one spot that it's Old Faithful. I tell you, the deer love this spot. Whacker. Man, it looks good. Good blood, good dark red. All right. I'm gonna leave this right here so that we know. See if I can find some blood. She went kind of through these trees. So we'll just go this way and see if we can find some drops here and there. I mean, she was running pretty hard. Oh, we got some bubbles. That's always good. Here's more blood. I know I got her in the lungs because the way she was turned, it might have went out a little bit back, but I know but you can see it right here. Dark. I mean, just pinkish red. I just literally shot this deer. Already have ants. So she stopped right here. I heard her stop. Started up again. Oh, right here's some more. Watch out, you step on it. Hey, she's laying right here. Oh me, so we're gonna have to hurry. We gotta go get her cleaned up. But I had a great hunt. It's the first kill with my Athens Ace. I really wanted to get a doe early season. This is a perfect stand to do it. It's early. We're gonna get out of here, not disturb anything. My hunt's over for today, I guess, and we're gonna get this meat quartered out. And just really blessed for a great hunt, a quick hunt. Used the climber, packed it in, and it feels really good to get my first. I've had a bow kill in the past, but this is kind of my first official with my Athens. I'll put it that way, with my Athens Ace. It's as far as last draw outdoors, this is my first one using a bow with last draws. I feel really blessed, and I'm glad Troy's able to help me. And expect big things this year, and we're gonna do the best we can. So we're gonna get her out of here, get her cleaned up, and get this meat on some ice.
Alright guys, this hunt here, as you can tell, me and my dad are tracking a doe, got Xena with us. I basically set out this day. I had another farm, had a lot of does. Doe to buck ratio again is off. We're hunting up in Wilkes County near Stone Mountain. And we're such a small company, and we're trying to get everything going. We're having to do a lot of self-filming. Okay, and when you're doing this and you're hunting after does, whether it be bucks, slick heads, whatever, you get a doe in frame, you'll draw back, and then next thing you know, she's taking 2 steps, she's out of frame. Okay, well, this is a perfect example of this. I had the doe, I thought in frame, she stepped out of frame, and you can actually hear the arrow hit the doe, and it was a fatal shot. She ran about 120 yards, and she piled up, and we got some more meat for the freezer. So again, I was trying to get ready for Ohio, just like Jessup was in his previous hunt, and was blessed enough to get one down.
It's amazing, like we talk about it all the time, but when you shoot a deer with a bow in North Carolina, I mean, we're making pretty good shots. We practice a lot, and Corey made a great shot, and I did too. The deer in North Carolina, when you shoot them, they run.
Gone.
I mean, these does will run. I've only had one deer that I think I've shot and seen her go down. And I mean, Corey can attest. He's hunted 22 years, and that's the same way with him. So, hope you enjoy. Corey's getting ready to do this episode, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Alright guys, it's the day after North Carolina Youth Day. I'm up here in Wilkes County, North Carolina. Been hunting this farm for about 7 years now. Haven't had much luck here in the last 2 years. Haven't killed a deer off of it. Been having a lot of does this year. Going to put a little time in here this year for some doe management. Usually in the months of September, early bow season on into late October, it's nothing but a doe fest. Then the bucks will show up. So this morning we had a nice mature doe come in. She was in the frame with the camera. I had her in there, and then she looked up and seen me. She was already startled. She already picked me off. I knew she did. You know, sometimes it's harder to kill a doe than it is a buck. Anyway, she got out of the frame, probably walked about 10 or 15 yards right there, and I just kind of stopped her. I went, meh. She stopped right there. It was about a 22-yard shot. The shot looked good. She left with her tail down. She went up the hill right there. I didn't hear any crashing or nothing, but it's awful damp this morning. I think it rained last night. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to give her a little time. I'm waiting on my dad to come over here, and we'll pursue her. It looked like a complete pass-through. We'll see what the swackers are made of. Stay tuned. Got some good blood there.
Here we go.
Alright guys, up here in Wilkes County this morning, had a big old slick nanny come in. Had it all on footage, and then she picked up on me, started to ease off. I went ahead and drew, and she she gave me about a 22 yard shot, and I just stuck it right there in the front. It actually clipped the front of the lungs there, left a good blood trail. She broke my arrow. Swackers did the job. She ran probably about 120, 150 yards, piled up.
Hadn't it been for that swacker, probably.
Yeah, so thankful for that. Got one under my belt, helped get the pressure off a little bit. Miss Zena didn't know what to think about the blood trail, but she's enjoyed it nonetheless, as you can tell. So one for Team LDO, 2 this year. Dad got 1. So we're doing good, doing good. Gotta get ready for Ohio next month. All right, guys. This deer, I named him Trifecta. Okay. Believe it or not, it's coincidence. This is when we first actually got Last Draw started, and we decided, we all 3 sat down, we decided, hey, let's practice quality deer management on these small plots of land. And I'm sitting there in rifle season. I got a pretty 2.5-year-old buck come by. Even got it on video a little bit. And he had his whole rack gone. Whole half rack was gone. Anyway, I seen this deer 3 times, okay, throughout the whole muzzleloading rifle season. And I decided that I'd seen him 3 times. I don't know why. Me and Jess was sitting around one day, and we come up with this random name, just like we always do. We named him Trifecta. We thought it would sound cool.
Well, he's perfect. He had like the perfect. He had width. He had some length, and it was just like the trifecta. I think that's what we said.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so the next year rolls around. Okay, I get the cameras out early July, if not late June. Got them out a couple weeks. All of a sudden, I got a deer, and I'm like, man, that deer looks familiar. I go check my pictures in the past. Sure enough, same deer, Trifecta. Okay. Well, that year rolls around, and I got some other bucks on other properties I'm hunting. This year's, he's 3.5 years old. I'm gonna give him 1 more year. Okay. Well, me and Dad's up there doing some plot work. Lo and behold, we find his shed in our food plot. So we're building history here. I'm starting to get amped up. My dad's getting amped up. Jessup's amped up for us. And
Offered to come film. I think I didn't care about him killing. I just wanted to film.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is a 4.5-year-old deer. It's a lot of work. You put a lot of work into it.
A lot of work. And the deer probably scored 105, maximum 110 inches, max. I didn't really pursue him really hard that year because he's only 3.5-year-old. Next year rolls around, it's early July, we get more pictures of this deer. He's 4.5 years old now. Okay, I done said, I'm going to get this deer. Sure enough, I'm getting regular patterns of them. I'm getting pumped up. I hunt him the first week, he no-shows on me. I hunt him the second week, and all of a sudden I look up, I had a 2.5-year-old 8-pointer in a corn pile, he leaves. All of a sudden I see movement, here he comes. I'm like, that's that same deer. No, it's Trifecta. Heart starts.
Yep.
Here it comes. Got some good footage of this deer too coming in. And I don't know how many deer I've killed with my bow, but all of us know about this. It's called buck fever, especially when you're shooting with a bow.
And so the thing with Trifecta, and I'm going to have to jump in on Corey right here. In this next little clip, we wanted you to hear the backstory, so you understand. You've hunted. Corey's had years of investment, and it's building up to this moment. I want you to see what happens, and see for yourself. Just see what happens with the story of Corey and Trifecta.
All right, guys, as you've seen, trifecta came in, and I miss, okay? We spend countless hours out on the range. We're preparing for this moment. We're shooting targets. We're shooting at the Glendale. We're trying to put each other in critical situations, trying to get our blood pressure up, but nothing can compare to that one moment of truth. And I ain't gonna lie, I choked, okay? I drew back. I had everything in focus with the camera. I did not settle the pin and got trigger happy, and I shot right over him. Yep. As devastating as it may be, you gotta look at a positive note. We built history. I had my opportunity, but I didn't capitalize. Okay?
It is what it is. I mean, we all felt so bad for Corey. I mean, when I seen the footage, I literally thought I missed the deer. I mean, not being crazy, because we
all built history.
Well, that's what we call it. That's what the last draw is. The last draw is all those hundreds of hours you spend to make that last draw, because that's that last draw you're going to make on that deer. Most often, and Corey, he told me this when I started bow hunting and deer hunting with him, you get one shot per year at a mature buck. In North Carolina, that's what you usually get at a good deer. And
on average,
if you look at it,
some people are fortunate.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, if you look at it across the board, and that was his one shot that year.
That was the only mature buck that I seen the entire 2017 season. And that's it.
But I will say this: had that moment not have happened, Corey wouldn't have got to enjoy the moment that's going to come up. And when we go to Ohio, our hopes. I mean, we're on cloud 9, and
we're excited. We've been dreaming of this as long as we've been bow hunting.
Yeah.
We want to hunt the Midwest with a bow and arrow in our hand, and we scouted Ohio 3 times.
We had what do we figure? It was
several hours of hiking, 3 trips to Ohio, hotels.
It was like 30 hours of driving by itself. That's not including the hiking and stuff. So that's just scouting. That's not hunting. And well, you'll see. You're gonna get ready and see a great result and a great hunt. And hope you enjoy this next episode and this next little segment of this episode.
All right, guys, it's the end of October. Me and Jessup's pumped. It's the week that we're leaving to go Ohio. Yep. We've been out there 3 times. We've scouted. We've done our prep work. We've left a couple cameras in Ohio. Okay, well, we're driving all the way up to Ohio. We're pulling a camper, having a great time. We got walkie-talkies. We're getting pumped up. We're talking about all the big bucks we're going to see. We finally get there, and the original place we wanted to hunt had nothing on camera that was mature from the last trip to when we were hunting. So
and it's on public land. We left the camera on public land. I got to throw that in there because that's the game changer. And luckily the camera was still there and it had deer on it, but it had no deer bigger than what we had in North Carolina.
And we wanted to go out there for a trophy.
Yeah. We
were trophy hunting, and we wanted that Midwest experience. Fast forward a couple days, we tried. We had a game plan. We had to take our vacation time and scout public land. We had to find a new area.
We flipped the map upside down and started over on the kitchen table of the camper
at night
at ground zero and said, where are we going to spend the next 4 days in the stand?
Yep.
And we found a pocket and scouted it one morning. Hiked it one morning. Nobody was in the area.
And we actually jumped a few does.
Yeah, at 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock in midday, and the rut's starting to crank up, and if you find does, you find bucks. So we decided, let's go back, let's hunt this area.
Yep.
Me and Jessup pick our trees, we start hunting, and actually that night, I got lucky and I seen 2 does. And I said, well, all right, this is progress, we're seeing deer now.
Yeah.
And so we made a couple adjustments for the next morning's hunt for the climbing stands. We climb up, we hunt a few days, and we're seeing deer every time we're sitting now.
And late too. We were seeing them like 6, 8. Well, we were seeing them from 7 o'clock in the morning till lunch, because you sit all day.
Yeah.
And Corey, me and him talking, we said if we see deer all day, then we've got to hunt here, because soon when this pre-rut's in, you're going to see a buck.
Yeah.
And you did. You seen a 7-pointer.
Yeah, I've seen a really nice 7-pointer.
He's probably 2-year-old deer.
Probably 2-year-old deer, year and a half, 2-year-old. I was pumped. I seen a buck on public land, and
could have killed that deer on public land.
Could have killed that deer. So I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right situation. That's all you can do is give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Well, lo and behold, one morning I get a text message from Jordan. He said, "Big buck in the field." And I've been picking with him all week, like, I just seen a Pope and Young, I just seen a booner. And he said, nah. So I'm picking with him saying, nah, there ain't no buck. He said, no, seriously, man, there's a buck in the field.
Big deer.
And I couldn't see it from my angle. We're hunting about 120, 150 yards apart.
But you couldn't see each other. I was over a ridge from him. Yeah.
Hunting two little separate areas, 2 pinch points.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I leaned down in my stand. Sure enough, I see legs. And then all of a sudden, I seen horns. I said, oh gosh, he wasn't lying. So heart's already starting pumping. This deer's 200 yards away. All of a sudden, I hear a grunt call, and I hear a rattling sequence. And this deer, and it was cool to see it from my perspective. A lot of people don't ever get to see this, but this deer reacted to Jordan's calling, and started charging in that direction and crested the hill. And I don't know if he didn't see something, he just didn't. Something wasn't right.
Well, he was looking for a way to get over this fence.
Yeah.
And Corey had said earlier in the week, I'm going to hunt where this fence is, an old fence had fallen down. He said, I'm going to hunt this because you could tell where a deer trail had been over it. That deer, he knew where that was.
Yep. And for some reason, the good Lord, I don't know why, the deer made a J-hook and started coming and trotting right down to the edge of the field. And this deer had plenty of opportunities to go south of me. I don't know why he did, but he turned and came right into my front pocket. And I had the camera, but I had the camera on the wrong side and I couldn't draw, so I had to push the camera out of the way. I made a full draw and I stopped the deer. And when I stopped the deer, he faced me. Why in the world? That's the only opportunity I had. I thought it would be an ethical shot. I put it right between his shoulder blades and I squeezed it off. And lo and behold, the Luminoc disappeared and I hear thump. We're shooting swacker broadheads and Jessup's 120, 150 yards away, and here's a swack.
I mean, I heard the deer crashing through the woods, and I texted him, I'm like, dude, what happened? What's going on? He said, I got one text. It said, I shot that deer. And so I'm going to have to speak for Corey right here, because, I mean, it's amazing to be on public land, 69,000 acres, and a deer like that come up to you. It's just unreal. And
I think I texted you and I said, what is the odds I'm in one tree in 69,000 acres and I get an opportunity at a Pope and Young caliber deer?
Yep. So I want you to follow this. We got a little footage, and you'll get to see us track this deer a little bit. And I think you'll be happy when you see the end result of this tracking. And I know Corey was. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this segment of Last Straw Outdoors.
Keep following us, guys. We got a big 2018 planned, and hopefully we can continue to bring you real quality footage.
Yep. Have a good one. What do you think, Corey?
The Shawnee is a lot to take in and to endure. But we made a drastic move yesterday, and so far it's paid off. We've seen deer ever since we made the move. Now we just gotta see the right deer. We found a food source, we found bedding. Now we just gotta get lucky. That's all you can do. Trick or treat, guys. It is Halloween. We're sitting in our Plan B spot on public land here at Shawnee National Forest. And I got a text message this morning about 8:30 from Jessup up on the ridge, and he said, "Big buck coming." I didn't believe him. And well, he started rattling. Well, this guy, he actually ran up the hill to Jessup and was going up there, and for some reason he just turned. I have no idea why, but he come down the fence line, crossed over a fence, and basically he presented with me a 20, 24, 25 yard shot. When I grunted, he stopped and he was facing me. And then I took the only chance I had. I stuck it right between the front chest there, and it come out perfect. Good, vital shot. We tracked this deer a long, long ways though. We jumped him up, I know for once, but we found 3 beds. So after we jumped him up and we seen him, we actually backed out. We gave him close to 2 hours, and we resumed the trail. And what do you think? Another 200-300 yards?
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, Jessup kisses me on the cheek for some random reason. And we look down the hill, and he's piled up right here in a cutover. I don't know how we're gonna get him out. This is by far the biggest buck I've ever shot, and I shot it with my Hoyt. So thanks for following and following our journey.
Have you ever smelt this air? Have you felt this chill? Do you love the sound of nothing, nothing but nature in your ear? I call this place my home. It's all I've ever known.
That's the trick right there.
The place is so beautiful that you'd cry, I'll never be sober from this Appalachian I will. This Appalachian I will sweep you off your feet and prove to you there ain't no better place to be. It'll make you stay forever, and that buzz will last for days. Well, this Appalachian I is unique in every way.
Yep.
Alright guys, we just got it back from the taxidermy up here in Ohio to make it legal to get it across state lines. No brain matter, no spinal cord matter, so we did it the right way. We stopped by Walmart and got us some trophy tape by Wild Game Innovations, and we just tinkered around. We had a couple guesstimates, but after all in all, after everything it said us to do, following the instructions to a T, we come up to just shy. I'm not good with all the breaking the inches down, but it's just shy of 137 inches. So, and like I said, this has not been officially scored. This is just a gross measurement that we come up with. So you can probably take off a few inches or so, or add. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is definitely my biggest buck, and I'm gonna say putting the tape measure to the bone definitely surprised me. So our guesstimates, my guess was around 123, 125. Jessup's was 127, and then other guys was 129. So I guess we all were wrong.
It's good to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah. So blessed. Can't ask for nothing better than that.
I will sweep you off your feet and prove to you there ain't no better place to be. It'll make you stay forever, and that buzz will last for days. Well, this Appalachian I is unique in every way.